Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about an American icon, a brand synonymous with delicious ice cream and progressive values, Ben& Jerry's. But right now, the scoop is anything but sweet. We're diving into a major showdown between Ben& Jerry's and its giant corporate owner, Unilever, a battle that just hit a breaking point. This isn't just about business. It's a fight over values, politics, and the very heart of a beloved brand. One of Ben& Jerry's own co-founders, Jerry Greenfield, just stepped down from the company he helped create after almost 50 years. He says it was one of the hardest and most painful decisions he's ever made, all because he believes the company's voice on important social issues has been silenced. His partner, Ben Cohen, who is sticking with the company, said this whole conflict has been tearing Jerry apart for a while. So what exactly is going on? Let's get into it. Ben& Jerry's started back in 1978. Two childhood friends, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield, opened their first ice cream shop in a renovated gas station in Vermont. But they weren't just about making amazing ice cream. They also wanted to stand up for important causes, embedding progressive values and social justice right into their brand. They were known for flavors like Cherry Garcia and fish food, and they used their tubs to put out essays on big issues. Fast forward to the year 2000. A massive British company, Unilever, bought Ben& Jerry's for about $330 million. The founders say that as part of that deal, they were guaranteed the freedom to keep their unique social mission alive and kicking. For over 2 decades, Ben& Jerry's continued to speak out on human rights and other issues, supporting causes like LGBTQ+ rights, climate change, and racial justice. But lately, this marriage between the ice cream maker and its corporate parent has gotten really frosty. Tensions have been brewing for years. The biggest clash exploded in 2021. Ben& Jerry's announced it would stop selling its products in Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. They said it just didn't align with their company's values. This caused a huge stir. Eventually, Unilever stepped in and sold the Israeli part of Ben& Jerry's to a local distributor, which then restarted sales in those areas, effectively sidestepping the brand's stance. Then, after October 2023, when the war in Gaza started, things got even more intense. Ben& Jerry's wanted to speak out against what they called the genocide in Gaza and also support student protesters, but they claim Unilever wouldn't let them. The ice cream company even filed lawsuits against Unilever. They accused the parent company of silencing their public statements and trying to stop them from donating to human rights groups. For example, they claimed Unilever stopped them from giving company funds to organizations like the Council on American-Islamic Relations and Jewish Voice for Peace. Ben& Jerry's also alleged that Unilever blocked them from posting about issues like abortion, climate change, and universal health care, especially when those posts mentioned President Donald Trump. Unilever, on the other hand, has publicly denied these claims, saying they acted properly. The drama continued to escalate. Ben& Jerry's accused Unilever of unlawfully firing its CEO, David Stever, in March 2025. They said he was removed specifically because he supported the brand's activism, and that this violated their original merger agreement, which protected the CEO's role. Unilever responded that they were just following proper procedures and had good faith conversations about the change. And if that wasn't enough, Ben Cohen himself got arrested in May 2025. He was protesting against U.S. military aid to Israel at a Senate hearing. Unilever quickly distanced themselves from his actions, saying he was acting as an individual, not on behalf of the company. This is a wild situation, right? It's a perfect example of what can happen when a smaller company, driven by strong values, gets bought by a massive global corporation. Experts say that the original merger agreement was quite unusual. It gave Ben& Jerry's independent board power over its social mission, while Unilever handled the everyday business operations. But drawing that line between mission and operations has been a constant struggle. One expert noted that if a brand truly wants complete control over its message, it's best to stay independent. Another pointed out that how companies talk about politics has changed a lot since the original deal was made over 20 years ago, making these kinds of conflicts much more likely. Plus, a company with the sheer size and global reach of Unilever is often too big to be seen as taking controversial stances. Now, here's another big twist. Unilever is actually spinning off its entire ice cream business, including Ben & Jerry's, into a new company. This new entity is called the Magnum Ice Cream Company, and it's expected to start trading publicly in mid-November. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield saw this as a golden opportunity for Ben & Jerry's to break free and get its independence back. They launched a public campaign with the hashtag #FreeBenandJerry's, asking for the brand to be released and allowed to operate as an independently owned company again. They want investors who share Ben & Jerry's social mission to back the brand. Ben Cohen even said he'd give back the money from the original sale if it meant the brand could be independent again. He revealed they even tried to arrange a sale to other investors for between about $1.5 billion and $2.5 billion, but that offer was rejected. However, Unilever and the Magnum Ice Cream Company are holding firm. They've stated repeatedly that Ben & Jerry's is not for sale. They insist they're still committed to Ben & Jerry's unique three-part mission: product, economic, and social. They also said they disagree with Jerry Greenfield's perspective and have tried to have constructive conversations with both co-founders about how to strengthen Ben & Jerry's values-based position. To give you some perspective on the scale, Unilever's ice cream division actually brought in sales revenue of nearly $10 billion in 2024, and its sales rose almost 4% from the previous year, so it's a huge part of their business. They expect to spend around $940 million on costs related to spinning off the ice cream business into the new Magnum Ice Cream Company. The new Magnum Ice Cream Company is expected to have about a 21% share of the global ice cream market. Jerry Greenfield's resignation comes at a time when he also feels the current U.S. administration is attacking civil rights, voting rights, the rights of immigrants, women, and the LGBTQ community. He truly believes that standing up for justice, equality, and our shared humanity has never been more important. He said that if he couldn't carry those values forward inside the company, he would carry them forward outside with all the love and conviction he could. This whole situation is a powerful reminder that woke capitalism, where brands take stances on social issues, can be a real minefield. While some consumers want companies to have a purpose beyond just selling products, taking strong political positions can also alienate customers or lead to corporate backlash. For Ben & Jerry's, activism isn't just an extra, it's part of their core identity. Ben Cohen says he's staying with the company to continue fighting for the brand's independence from the inside. He believes the brand can keep proving that humanistic values can absolutely coexist with a profitable business. He argues that all businesses are political, but Ben & Jerry's is simply open about what they stand for. Even with Jerry leaving, Ben says the spirit of Jerry will always be at Ben & Jerry's, and their decades-long friendship will endure. So, the fight continues. It's not just about ice cream anymore, it's about whether a big corporation can truly allow a brand to maintain its radical conscience without trying to silence its voice. What do you think about this whole situation? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.